In 1907, John Marston boards a train with a mission to find Bill Williamson. But there's a twist. Also on that train is someone who'll end up saving Marston's life. A few years earlier, John encountered this person. This intriguing connection is central to the story, and it revolves around one key character.
Oh, call me Bonnie, you fool.
Bonnie MacFarlane doesn't always get the credit and is super underrated. It's this backstory that brings her full circle. When John Marston boards a train for Armadillo, it's the very first time we see Bonnie, an encounter that would change the course of John's life.
To settle here and build a life for yourself.
Marston heads to Fort Mercer for a showdown with Bill.
Bill Williamson! Come out here right now!
After a tense standoff, John reaches for his revolver.
Well?
Oh, poor John.
He's left unconscious and on the brink of death. Then, the same lady from the train finds him and saves his life. John wakes up in a shack, bandaged and disoriented.
Well, you're alive.
So it would seem.
Bonnie is there to greet him. She questions his actions at Fort Mercer.
What were you doing?
And reveals that she covered his $15 treatment bill.
Once you didn't die, the doctor said you'd be fine. It cost us $15.
To settle this debt, Bonnie proposes a solution.
If you're feeling better, why not take a ride with me later and help me patrol the perimeter? You can earn back some of that money we wasted on doctor's bills.
In a gesture of goodwill, she also offers John a horse.
Hop on up. He won't bite.
Taking him on a tour of the ranch and the local area.
And here's the corral. This one's for the horses. What do you think?
Helping him regain his footing in this unforgiving world. Supporting him in his recovery, Bonnie quickly involves John in the daily workings of the ranch.
Will you help me keep watch on the property line this evening?
Sure.
Leading to their first real challenge together. Bonnie and John patrol around the ranch.
I don't believe it. Those damn rabbits are back. Give me a hand with them, will you?
Their routine task quickly turns eventful as they discover pests damaging the crops.
If it's not the rustlers stealing our cattle, it's the rabbits stealing our crops.
But their challenges don't end there. Suddenly, their attention is diverted to a more pressing danger.
Look out! Coyotes! Shoot them before they get to the animals. That coyote won't be back.
Coyotes attacking the livestock. Together, they swiftly deal with the threat and bring the night's patrol to a close.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Marston. Makes me kind of happy I saved your life. Get some sleep and I will see you in the morning.
Good night, Miss MacFarlane.
But Bonnie continues to probe deeper.
You know, you never did tell me how you met that Bill Williamson or what you wanted from him.
Seeking to uncover John's mysterious past with Bill in order to better understand John's predicament.
See, it's a complicated and somewhat pathetic tale, and
We now know that John and Bill have a shared past in the Vandalin gang. However, at the time of the game's initial release, this backstory was shrouded in mystery.
I understand that a city dweller such as yourself likes to have some exotic secrets, so us country folk are impressed.
Adding layers to John's character and his complex relationship with Bill. Bonnie keeps probing, and a curiosity about John grows.
Well, why not, if you don't mind me asking?
She playfully teases him, suggesting he's more of a city boy than a cowboy.
I'm no city man, miss.
Eager to prove himself, he accepts a challenge to a horse race.
I'll race you right now.
If it makes you happy.
A moment that becomes a memorable highlight of their growing friendship.
On the count of 3. 3, 2, 1, go! I trust you're not gonna be a gentleman about this!
Their race is intense, both showing their skills, but ultimately, John emerges out on top.
That was fun.
At the finish line, Bonnie advises John to visit the sheriff in Armadillo,
I'm sure he could help you deal with that nice Mr. Williamson.
hinting at the next step in his journey. Leaving the ranch for a brief moment, John and Bonnie set off into town together
I've got to get some supplies and I could do with the company.
on what appears to be a routine errand. However, this trip unveils a critical piece of information.
You never did tell me where you live.
I have a small holding up in Great Plains.
The farm, during his absence, has been left in the care of Uncle.
Well, he's not my uncle, as far as I know. Just an old dog who's as lazy as a lizard on a hot day.
This raises concerns about the state and management of the ranch.
Sounds like the perfect person to leave in charge of your entire livelihood. I'd be getting back there if I was you.
That's what I'm trying to do, miss.
In Armadillo, John takes the opportunity to visit the doctor.
So this is Armadillo. Manhattan it is not.
It's there that he gets a chance to purchase medicine for his wound.
Most important thing for you right now is getting yourself into Dr. Johnson's office to purchase some medicine.
Returning to the farm, the conversation takes a personal turn. John reveals some interesting information about himself.
Miss MacFarlane, I'm married. I have a son. I had a daughter, but she died.
Even revealing his background.
Years before that, I rode in a gang. We robbed banks, trains, held people ransom.
Bonnie listens intently, showing a genuine interest in his life,
I had no idea. You poor man.
further deepening their connection.
My father was an illiterate Scot born on the boat into New York.
Their conversation was able to resonate, and Bonnie and John embark on a new task. His integration into ranch life takes a significant turn when he meets Bonnie's father for the first time.
John Marston, this is my father, Drew MacFarlane.
He shares his own experiences with John,
I'm grateful for the hospitality, sir.
painting a vivid picture of the challenges faced in the Wild West.
Well, we've lived here for 30 years now.
He quickly warms up to Marston, extending a welcoming hand.
Well, you're a brave man. You're always going to be welcome here.
The MacFarlanes invite John to join them on a hands-on activity.
Mr. Marston, do you want to join us? It's Daddy's favorite pastime.
They come across a group of wild horses.
There's the horses! Get that lasso ready!
Rope one! Bring it down together!
In a high-tense moment, John, demonstrating his skills, successfully lassos one of them. He continues to break in the horse by maintaining his balance.
Well done, Mr. Marston.
They return to the ranch, but Bonnie's father gives them a new task.
Hey, Bonnie. Amos was saying some horses been spotted somewhere outside of Armadillo.
This mission culminates in another tense moment where John manages to break in the stallion.
Almost got you. It's all right.
Acknowledging the accomplishment, Bonnie suggests for him to keep the horse,
Thanks for your help today, Mr. Marston. Why don't you keep that stallion as your own?
marking another milestone in John's journey on the ranch. Things are going good for John as he tries to get back on his feet, but some things don't go quite to plan.
Get him in there! Come on! Come on!
Amos!
As they brace for the incoming thunderstorm, a moss secures the livestock, but Bonnie's concerns lies elsewhere.
I got most of the horses secure and the chickens.
Well, thank you, Amos, but it's the herd I'm worried about.
I know they're scattered all over the valley and beyond.
John notices her unease and steps in, ready to take action and get things rolling.
And if we lose our herd, we'll all die, you stupid man.
Doesn't sound like we're left with much of a choice then. Come on, Amos. Round up your men. Let's get the herd.
During the cattle herding, an unforeseen disaster strikes.
Oh my God! They're running for the cliff!
The cattle, panicked, making a dangerous dash towards a nearby cliff. He successfully calms the frenzied cattle. Bonnie expresses her gratitude,
You saved the herd back there.
and her words carry an iconic twist.
You might make a decent rancher one day.
Thank you, Miss MacFarlane.
Unaware that John, prior to his adventures at the MacFarlane Ranch, had indeed been a rancher at Mr. Getty's farm.
Take my advice, Milton. Take your money and go buy passage on a boat. Go to Brazil and forget all about family.
Another character that was helpful on his path to redemption. Time passes, and a new crisis emerges for the pair. When they encounter each other, the atmosphere is tense. She is visibly upset.
Excuse me, Mr. Marston. Have you seen my father anywhere?
It's revealed that Bonnie's father has gone missing, prompting the two of them to set out on a search.
The ranch hands have been out looking, but so far they found nothing.
Well, come on. Let's go look for him.
When they find him, he's in bad shape.
Daddy! What happened?
Nothing nice. Rustlers, I guess.
Marston is ordered to return to the ranch to fetch a wagon. However, this is when their troubles escalate dramatically. On their return, they are confronted with a severe crisis.
Look, Mr. Marston! The barn is on fire!
The barn has been set ablaze by Williamson's bandits, in retaliation for the family's role in nursing Marston back to health.
The doors are blocked! We need to find another way in!
This horrible act marks a significant and dangerous turning point in the story. The horses that were recently acquired are now trapped inside the burning barn.
Try and get in through the loft, Mr. Marston. Climb up the windmill.
Acting with urgency, Bonnie instructs John to rescue them. Displaying agility and bravery, John climbs the tower, shimmies across the railing, and descends the ladder to reach the horses.
Well done. Now let's save the horses.
The rescue of the final one requires an extra dash of cowboy heroism. Bonnie's gratitude is evident,
Sincerely, John. Thank you.
and John feels the same. In this moment, there's a subtle shift in their dynamic,
I think you got enough, Dad. You saved my life.
hinting at possible deeper feelings from Bonnie towards John.
Well,
Given the dangers that they've faced and the mutual support they've shown, this emotional connection doesn't seem too far-fetched. But their bond, built on loyalty and friendship, is about to face a severe challenge.
All right, but it's got to be something to do with that government boy.
When Marston enters a sheriff's office, he's thrust into a chaotic situation.
Where is she, Marston?
Who?
Where's Bonnie?
I don't know. I haven't seen her since after the fire.
The alarming news hits home.
Mr. Marshall! Come out, wherever you are!
Bonnie has been taken hostage, and the captors demand release of their associate in exchange for her safety.
Bring Deke up to Tumbleweed in a couple hours.
Marston, determined to bring Bonnie back unharmed, agrees to the outlaw's terms.
We do as he says. You and me, Marshal.
With Deke in tow, they head to Tumbleweed for the trade-off.
John, you'll be exchanging the prisoner for Bonnie in the middle of town.
Upon arrival, instead of a simple exchange,
Why don't make me put a hole in you. Move!
Get these ropes off me, boys!
Wait! Where's Bonnie, you bastards?
Trusting son of a bitch, ain't you?
they're ambushed. John is thrown into a fierce battle to save Bonnie. In a harrowing moment, with Bonnie's life hanging by a thread, Marston heroically shoots the rope binding her, freeing her from fatality. He fights off the other outlaws and rushes to Bonnie's side.
Bonnie, are you okay?
Yeah.
I'm fine now, Mr. Marston. Thank you.
Shaken but alive, she once again expresses her gratitude to Marston, solidifying the depth of their bond forged through adversity.
If you think I'm gonna lower myself by making a joke about being all tied up, you got another thing coming.
While Bonnie remains out of the picture for a while, John faces his own challenges. He confronts Dutch
Hello, Dutch.
and finally reunites with wife Abigail and son Jack.
Oh, darling. I never thought I'd see this day again.
However, their reunion is tinged with frustration due to the poor state of the property.
You were supposed to look after the place.
I did.
Keen to make improvements, John declares his intention to acquire cattle in the morning.
Go get your bags packed, boy. We got work to do. We leave in the morning.
Taking Jack along with him, they head to the MacFarlane ranch.
There's a face I thought I'd never see again.
Upon arrival, Drew MacFarlane informs them that Bonnie is around and would be delighted to see them.
Bonnie's out in the crowd now. She'll be more than happy to help you.
The reunion is warm. She's pleased to see John.
Good Lord, do my eyes deceive me?
Together, along with Jack, they round up a herd of cattle and they begin their journey back to Beach's Hope.
I'm finally starting up my farm again.
However, trouble seems to shadow Marston.
Wait! Slow down! They look like rustlers. Stay back, son! I'll hold them off.
They soon encounter rustlers on their way back, but John manages to control the situation, ensuring the safety of the cattle to Beach's Hope.
That's a fine herd we got ourselves.
This successful endeavor allows John a moment of pride, sharing a bonding experience with his son,
Did a good job, son. Nice shooting.
and marking a significant stride in restoring his family's life. Amidst all these developments, a semi-tense interaction occurs at Beach's Hope.
We got a telegram from some lady friend of yours, a Bonnie something or other.
They receive a telegram, and due to Abigail's inability to read, her suspicions arise.
Oh, now you two's in the habit of sending each other letters. How very nice.
John reads it out loud,
Not exactly the most romantic request, now is it?
I guess not.
which triggers jealousy from Bonnie. Curious and perhaps a bit wary, she inquires.
Hurry back, John. And John, what's she like?
her tone revealing her concern about Bonnie. In an effort to ease her suspicions, John brings Abigail along to the MacFarlane ranch.
John! Wait! Maybe I should meet this MacFarlane woman.
This visit marks the first meeting between the both of them.
Miss MacFarlane, I'd like you to meet my wife, Abigail.
While John busies himself with unloading the supplies, the two women are introduced.
Thank you for saving my husband's life, and for teaching the miserable goats manners.
As they prepare to leave, a touching scene unfolds. Bonnie stands on the road and watches as the Marstons drive away in their wagon, a silent observer to the life that John has chosen to return to. Her lingering gaze hints at unspoken feelings for Marston, a reminder of her past struggles in love. Riding back to the ranch, Abigail's observation of Bonnie's blush only adds to the sentiment.
The MacFarlanes are good people.
She did blush better than a shepherd's sunset when she saw you, though.
This moment marks Bonnie MacFarlane's final appearance in the game, a bittersweet end to her journey, where despite her immense help to John, her own quest for happiness remains unfulfilled.